హలో వైజాగ్. మన ముందు ఈరోజు వైజాగ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కౌన్సిల్ వైస్ చైర్మన్ నరేష్ కుమార్ గారు ఉన్నారు. రీసెంట్గా డిఫెన్స్ మినిస్టర్ రాజ్నాథ్ సింగ్ గారు వైజాగ్ వచ్చిన సంగతి మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు. సో ఆ మీటింగ్లో వైజాగ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కౌన్సిల్ తరపు నుంచి నరేష్ గారు కొన్ని ప్రపోజల్స్ అయితే ఇచ్చారు. సో ఆ ప్రపోజల్స్ ఏంటి అనేది అతని మాటలోనే తెలుసుకుందాం.
During the visit of the Honorable Defence Minister Sri Rajnath Singh ji to Visakhapatnam, on behalf of the Vizag Development Council, we have submitted a lot of proposals to the Minister. Most of them were relating to the development of Visakhapatnam, Vizianagaram, Srikakulam, Aruku, Paderu, all the surroundings of Visakhapatnam, with a view of the integrated development and investment from the defence. As you know, after the state has been bifurcated, we have told that it is difficult to attract private investments into Vizag. So we requested for assistance into major investments from the defence into this area. Visakhapatnam is home to INS Sarkars, INS Satvahana, INS Varsha, the largest nuclear submarine base, naval dockyard, naval shipyard, NSTL, various defence organizations which are expanding. What we have requested is to have an integrated development for expansion of each and every establishment, including the material organizations in Visakhapatnam, and then arms storage weapons in Visakhapatnam, the INS Kalinga in Visakhapatnam, everything to be integrated as a whole. And expansion plans for all these things we coordinate with the state government for both the land and the finance approval from the center. So as part of this, 10 years back in Barangi, there's a World War II Air Force base, and the central government wanted a naval training establishment to be set up there. But from the last 10 years, the land allotment has not happened and the naval air force training base has not happened. What happened because of that? Visakhapatnam airport has been facing a congestion from the naval aircraft, and passenger aircraft have been reduced during peak hours because of lack of support from. So we requested that be immediately brought to operation there. The second request we made is regarding INS Varsha at Rambilli, that's the largest nuclear submarine base where about 25,000 to 30,000 crores investment has already been made. So we requested for a second airfield to be set up for emergency naval operations at Rambilli because it is housing the largest nuclear submarine base. The third request we made is at the Bhogapuram. Since Bhogapuram is a new and upcoming airport, it may be difficult to self-sustain in initial years. So we were requested that the airport itself will be left for civilian operation, but the maintenance, repair, overhaul, MRO facilities be added for the defence also there with the security clearances, so that the proper establishment is done right now at the construction stage, where the repair, maintenance, overhaul of both the civilian and the defence aircraft happen at Bhogapuram, and the Defence Aviation University also is set up there, where people can train for pilot training and also for maintenance of aircraft, for electrical engineers, oil engineers, engine maintenance, all that people train from Bhogapuram. So new nice residential complex come up, nice hostels come up, training institutes come up, and the drone repair and manufacturing facility also is added as an extension to the Bhogapuram airport. So we wanted the defence to take part in a big area to make Bhogapuram airport viable. While the airport itself will be for civilian purposes, the extension of the airport, what they were planning for MRO facilities and for this drone repair and maintenance also happens with the help of a Defence Aviation University. The other major request we made was a unique request. INS Kalinga is stationed right on the beach here. Between INS Kalinga and Bhogapuram, there's about 20 kilometers of seashore. We wanted a water drome to be set up there with seaplanes for emergency evacuation of bombs or materials from the Indian Navy in case any of our main runways are damaged. So a water drome airport between Bhimli and Bhogapuram with seaplanes to evacuate any of these missiles or bombs from Visakhapatnam in case the main runways are for any reason unusable. So that is another request we made, to establish a water drome between Bhimli and Bhogapuram. Rambilli will have an additional air force base, another at the previously sanctioned Bobli. So these were the proposals given to us. In addition to that, we requested Aruku and Paderu a high altitude military training academy, because Aruku and Paderu are situated at high altitude, at least to train some personnel from this region in altitude warfare. We wanted the best schools to be set up in Aruku and Paderu, and in addition to that, one dune school also for educating these children. And one more request we made was, the most important thing was to make Navy self-reliant. How do we make Navy self-reliant? They consume a lot of water. In future, the world said the world will be fighting for water wars. Only 3% of the water in the world is usable for drinking. So what I proposed was, the entire seawater, we set up a large desalination plant like how they use in Saudi Arabia and Dubai, to take care of the entire defense needs of all these defense establishments and the defense personnel. So Navy is completely reliant, and it will never be short of water, come what may, in case of drought, in case of lack of water, in case of groundwater going down also. So Navy will be secure, and we will secure investments in the high capacity desalination plant, which can be later also used for civilian purposes. That is one, to take care of the entire water supply. Second is, I wanted their power needs, the entire power consumption needs of the Eastern Naval Command, which is headquarters in Vishakhapatnam. The entire power needs to be taken care of by setting up a integrated solar park at Srikakulam and Vijayanaram. Vishakhapatnam is surrounded by Srikakulam and Vijayanaram, which are two of the most backward districts. So we wanted investments in these two areas in terms of green energy with energy banks, where the entire needs of the defense are met by solar power and energy storage, so that entire Navy becomes a self-sufficient without civilians being impacted when there is high consumption of power. So we wanted Navy to be reliant on power, Navy to be reliant on water on its own. In addition to the defense, we wanted a defense industrial park where all these establishments of the defense are located in the industrial park, and all of them, procurement officers are set up in this office, and with security clearance, many people come and work in this integrated defense industrial estate, where entire procurement happens in one place, a central industrial defense integrated park. In addition to that, we wanted to have a defense agri park also, where through the help of this polyhouses and hydroponics, we produce all the food that is required for the Indian Navy in the defense park, and the processed food is taken with the help of CFTRI, and packaged food is supplied from here to all the defense establishment in and around Vishakhapatnam. So we wanted to have an integrated defense industrial estate, we wanted to have a defense agri park, and we also wanted them to be self-sufficient in water, we wanted them to be self-sufficient in power energy, solar energy with green energy, and also expand all these existing units, and finally coming down to residential unit. Near steel plant, there's about 10,000 acres. We wanted them to build a modern residential complex at Vishakhapatnam, near Vishakhapatnam steel plant, that will take care of the residential needs of all the new people coming into Vishakhapatnam. So what we thought was, Vishakhapatnam will develop because of the expanded investments into the defense industrial park on a mega scale, solar energy and wind energy, and Bhogapuram for defense university and maintenance will happen, so that Vijayanaram and Srikakulam, both of the areas will develop, and presence of a drone school and high altitude military academies at Arku and Pader also will help in bringing them into the mainstream, and the connectivity and the road facilities also will improve. All the roads will become 4 lane, 6 lane, the tourism also can improve. And so we wanted to have an integrated development with the help of the defense investments, because defense is always a growing budget, and we wanted to take advantage where Vishakhapatnam, Vijayanaram, Srikakulam also use the funds from defense, which will be good for the nation and serve the long-term interest not only of the city but the defense of this country.
సో చూసారు కదా, వైజాగ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ కౌన్సిల్ నుంచి ఏవేవైతే పాయింట్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ పాయింట్స్ అన్నీ మనకి క్లియర్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు. సో మరిన్ని ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ వీడియోస్ కోసం హలో వైజ్ని ఫాలో అవ్వండి, షేర్ చేయండి, అలాగే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.